Hello and welcome to Learn with Indrjeet. This is another video in the series of videos titled Code Like a Pro in Visual Studio 2022. In this series of videos, we are learning about keyboard shortcuts that can be used in Visual Studio to increase coding speed and productivity. In some of the previous videos, we have covered navigation and scrolling shortcuts, code selection shortcuts, multi-cursor shortcuts, editing and deleting shortcuts, formatting, indentation and code cleanup shortcuts, find, replace and code navigation shortcuts, and debugging shortcuts. So if you haven't watched those videos, please go ahead and watch them too. In this video, we will be covering shortcuts related to switching tabs and tool windows in Visual Studio. So we'll be looking at going back and forward in the opened documents history, navigating between active tabs, navigating between active tabs and tool windows using Control and Tab, close current tab, restore close tab, find active file in the Solution Explorer, toggle full screen, and at the end of the video, we'll have some bonus tips related to tab settings and vertical scroll bar options, right? So let's go to Visual Studio. We have one file open over here in one tab. So these, if I open another file, it will come in another tab, and these windows are called tool windows. So we have the properties window, the Solution Explorer window, and a lot of windows are there. So let's open some more files so that we can have a lot of tabs over here so that I can show you different shortcuts, right? So let's go to the implementation of this function that is there in the data service, to-dos data service. So I'm pressing a shortcut key. This shortcut key we have discussed in the previous one of the previous videos. Please tell me in comments which shortcut key am I pressing over here. Let's open this to-dos controller, and again let's go to the implementation of this function. It automatically opens the service for us. Let's open this repository and let's do the same things with another document. So let's go to this controller real quick, and here we are. Let's go to this service, and then let's go to this repository. So we have a lot of documents open now. All the documents are listed in this pane where the active document is always shown in bold characters, right? So right now we are in the to-do list repository and it is in bold characters. So if I click on this, we'll be switching between the tabs, right? So the first shortcut that we'll learn is navigating backward and forward in the document open history. So Control minus and Control Shift minus are the shortcuts. So let me show you that. So if I press Control and minus, it will show me the sequence, the history of documents that were opened, right? And Control Shift minus will take me forward in the history. These buttons are always over here, but we never use these. So the shortcut is Control minus and Control Shift minus, right? Now the next one is navigating between active tabs. So to bring this window, the shortcut is Control Alt page down, and then using the arrow keys we can select any file and press enter to switch to that tab, right? Next is navigating between active tabs and tool windows. So the shortcut is Control Tab. If we keep on pressing the tab, we can select the file, and just releasing the key will take us to the file. Once again, Control Tab, And if we want to go to any window in the solution, like the properties window, just select those with left, right arrow keys and up, down arrow keys and release. So the window is there, right? Next is closing and restoring the tabs. So to close a tab, for example, this to-do list controller is open over here, and let's say we want to close it. So the shortcut is Control F4 and the controller is closed. Now to restore the tab, the shortcut is Control KZ, right? Once again, Control F4 to close the tab, close the active tab, and Control KZ to restore that again, right? Now this one is particularly useful. This is Control plus open square bracket and S. So let me show you that. For example, let us say we are in to-dos repository and we want to locate this file in the solution explorer. Right now it is not visible. Right now we don't know which project it belongs to. So press Control open square bracket and S. So it will take us directly in the solution explorer to the folder where this file is located. Even if the solution explorer window is hidden, then it also works. And if this solution explorer window is not there, let me close this and then press Control open square bracket and S. It brings up the solution explorer window and takes me to the file where it is located, right? Let me pin that. Yeah, okay. Next is toggle full screen. So there are times in the while we are writing code, we want more area of the screen and we want to concentrate on a particular file. For example, I want to like see to-dos repository in full screen. So Control Shift Alt Enter to have the file open in full screen, and to exit full screen, Shift Alt Enter again. Shift Alt Enter full screen, Shift Alt Enter once again to exit full screen, right? Now coming to the bonus, let me show you that also. So see, there is one setting button over here for the tabs. If we go to the options, it will take us to the tabs and windows options, where a couple of options are very nice. For example, show tabs in multiple rows. If we click that and click OK, it will show us all the tabs in 2 rows. If we open more tabs, it will have 3, 4, 5 rows to show all the tabs that are there in front of us, right? So let's go to options again. Another one is show pinned tabs in a separate window, in a separate row. So if we click this and click OK, and let's pin some of the tabs. For example, I want to go to to-do service very often, so I pin that, and to-dos controller. So pinned tabs are there in a separate row, right? Going back again, let's switch off that option. Now show invisible tabs in italic in tab drop down menu. It works when multiple rows are not there. So let's uncheck that, click on OK. Now if we go ahead and open this window, there are some tabs that are in front of us that are visible, and there are some tabs that are hidden, are shown in italic letters over here. See, 1, 2, and 2 tabs are there that are not visible. So let's switch on multiple rows once again. Show tabs in multiple rows, and let's not have the tabs in italic. Okay. So this is one way, but if we open in this scenario, if we open more tabs, it will create the third row, the fourth row, and so on. Right? Now, another one is related to vertical scroll bar. So this vertical scroll bar is intelligent in itself thanks to the Visual Studio team. It is currently showing me the current cursor position, like this white dash. So if I click on over here, it will show me the current cursor position, but it has more to it. So if we right click and go ahead and click scroll bar options, one very nice option is use map mode for vertical scroll bar and show preview tip. And if we click on narrow, see the scroll bar changes and it starts showing us the preview of where we are in the document. And if we want to go to get completed function, just click there and we are here on the get completed function. So we can switch off this preview and increase the width of this vertical scroll bar. Going to options, let's switch off the preview tooltip and let's have a very wide scroll bar. So this scroll bar is now wider, right? So personally, I like the bar mode for the vertical scroll bar, so I'll revert to that setting only, right? But you can always change the setting of the scroll bar also, this vertical scroll bar, right? That's it. Yeah. So I hope you like the content of this video. If that is so, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And please tell me in comments as usual which shortcut you like the most. Thank you for your time. Keep learning.